Do 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 do. All right. Hmm. Some red Fago. Good stuff. Ice and cold. So let's see here. This live's about what I plan on or what I need to do to scale up my sales. I want to go over the last couple months and what has sold, but mostly focusing on single cards. Because that's the we call the vein of resellers, and as far as bulk goes, you're gonna get a lot of single low end cards. So we're back in on the screen. We're back in March, I believe. Yep. In March, I didn't have the first collection boxes listed, so it's 18 sales of single cards, and I have been pretty much average right around 300 items listed. What would that? No, that would be percentage, right? I need to pick. I'm trying to calculate something. I didn't have this ready. Times say 10%, right? 30. So we're right around 5%, which is what I kind of figured. Okay, 7, but we'll just say easy math, 5%. So 5% sell through rate. Now, obviously these cards are sold, so they haven't been replaced with anything. So we just could do. Oh, no, oops, that was supposed to be April. Let's go into. We have 17 sold, but I only think 7 were single cards. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 counting that one. That's a little bit different. Okay, so 10. So 17, 10. I think it was 7 this last month. What? Why am I just clicking off on the wrong one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. 6. Yeah. 7. Last one. So that should be like what, 3%, right? Something like that. I don't know. Okay, so 2%. But I did not list new single cards, so that kind of goes that way. Um, League leaders, it's a little misleading because if you look closely, this is a lot of sealed wax boxes, and most of it is sold. So next month we'll be back down to single card reality, if you know what I mean. Well, no, because I'll list a Michael Jordan card for 350. I just picked up, so that'll never mind. That might help, but So the main problem is the sell-through rate. I've looked at other people like JMac, a couple other sellers. You can go to the store; they have a store link. And you can see their sell-through rate somewhere between 5 and 12%. I'm a little low on that because I'm not listing as much as I need to. But here's the problem for this scale. And this is what I wanted to kind of talk about. The kind of I don't know if YouTubers don't talk about it or they don't talk about it because I don't know why they don't. I'm guessing that it's not a good video technically. But so I have a basic store right now. So I'm at $22 a month. If I'm selling 20 single cards, I'm basically not even paying for my own store. As far as dollar, $2 cards. But I want to scale up because I have enough inventory now. Oh yeah, 543. Are you listing consistently and keeping up your shipping 24, 1 day handling, all that kind of stuff, and then responding to the messages really quick? But now, so see, here's the problem. I want to scale up. I have the inventory, but if the average sell-through rate for sports cards is 10%, it's pretty much what I've noticed throughout the what people store links and so forth. So I can get a program, Chrono Card. I've used it before. I already have my computer set up. For $20 a month, I can list 1,000 cards, or say Card Dealer Pro, 1,100, same thing. Problem is, I can't sell 1,000 a month. I can't sell 1,000 in 90 days. Okay, yeah, I think one of the biggest things is on real quick here. I got my phone looking at 543. Like in my experience, one of the biggest things is just listing even one a day and one in your draft bank. So if you have a vacation or a kid's party coming up, something like weekend getaway, anything, you have cards you can list on your phone and just drop one a day. Um, and just make sure all your item specifics are checked and correct, and your pictures are quality. It shows anywhere. I don't know what you're selling, but like you're selling sports cards, if you got little hair on a corner or ding, make sure it shows up. Your picture matches your eyeballs. That's always the best practice to start with. Um, but the scalability, if I'm 10% is 100 cards a month on my 1,000 when I can list, the next month I can only list 100. So what I want to do, I want to show. Hold on, I want to show something too. No, not that. Stop doing it. I want to show one thing before I get into the math here. No eBay. I don't care about your bullcrap message. Is technically, because the sports card category, I can list 10,000 a month. But this may or may not go away, and you don't know when. So I don't want to get stuck with 10,000 listings, forget about it, and then have 9,000 listings I got to pull down before I get charged 30 cents a listing. So I just want to explain that real quick. So I get my 1,000 to go for a month, every month. But your current inventory will count against that. If I remember correctly. I don't know about sports cards category. I know on my other account I sell other stuff and it counts that way. But does this say in theory it does? Maybe I'm wrong. I'll have to call eBay and find out. But I need to pace. Let's say I get to my 1,000, I'm selling 100 cards a month. Great. But my listing habit needs to be paced that it doesn't shoot up to 1,500 a month listing, but I'm not moving 50 enough, and I have to slow down. If you can kind of understand what I'm talking about, long-term scaling. So I need to get to like 300 or 400 a month sold, which if you watch anybody else's content, it's really difficult in the sports card game. You have to have a lot listed, and here's what I don't want to do. So let's just say if I need 10,000 listings. So you're at Chrono Card, you're at $60 to $100 a month. Core Dealer Pro isn't as good of a deal, but 60, 100, ends up being the same, but this is a little different. But here's what else you got to remember. Here's what you got to pay for. Now I got to come here. Now I got to pay this 60. So basically, I'm going to pay 120 or 160 a month to have 10,000. And if I'm selling 10%, that's 100 sales. That 100 sales of low-end cards is less than you're paying more to list that much. So I want to find the right balance in between there. So I think I'm going to do is something like 200 cards a month. Let's see, 200 average month. We'll just say 30, whatever. 5 a day, 7 a day, something like that. Do 10 a day, like 3 or 4 in my draft bank, something like that, and just kind of build it up. But now the one thing I want to do to work around this is I'm going to change what I'm listing. All my top Series 1, Series 2, Chrome base, that kind of stuff, I'm not listing any of that anymore unless it's Tatis or something like that, rookie, minus that. I'm not listing any of that anymore. I'm going to list all that on Buy Sports Cards because they don't have restrictions on listings or fees at all. So all my low-end stuff is going to be listed on here for like a quarter. I know there's a bunch of them here. But the cool part about it, at least mentally, is I don't have to scan any of these. The eBay stuff, I have to scan my own pictures. These already have the pictures, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Legally, I'm 100% just going to list manually. I have a scanner, and I can just get to pull the pictures that way. Creating the listing's not that hard. I actually can use this BSC Buy Sports Cards and just type in, pull the information, make that my title, find the pricing on it that way, make it even easier on me. I do have a I don't know what it's called, business policy or whatever. I can't remember the term of it. I do have a fixed listing for sports card where it's the 20 points is filled in, all baseball's filled in, all that kind of stuff. When I start doing hockey or whatever, I just have to change the sport. But made in America, made in the USA, all that stuff is already pre-filled. So I'm just basically pulling the title, and then once I enter the title into that eBay, will populate any item specifics like card number and all that need to be added in. So, but yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And plus, the big thing for me, since it's a new account, is I need to get to 100 sales or 1,000. You need $1,000 on 100 sales, and then you can get top rated. Right now I'm stuck at above standard. So that's a few more percentage off, a little bit more exposure, so that'll help. So all the base junk wax, all that stuff is going on here and I don't care if it doesn't sell as well, but I can't wrap up 1,000 listings when I have on this stuff. So that's all going to go here. That'll make that easier. I'll feel better myself that I have it listed at least. Someone has a chance to buy it. Doesn't mean I'm going to sell much. I'm not expecting that, but that's okay. Then on eBay, I'm just going to start doing a lot more football, basketball, hockey, and anything I think is going to be at least $3. I think $3 is going to be my low end point. $2.99. I think that's going to be the low end for eBay. I just bought another collection, and it doesn't have all the sealed boxes, so I don't have that speedy, quick $100, quick sale stuff going out. So I really, in all reality, if I'm going to keep buying collections, I need to have the single card game figured out in scale and what's moving, and how much per month and so forth before I start buying into more. Because in all reality, to go up to another store level, I need to sell 600 base low end cards to pay for this and this, or this, either which way. And then anything, the higher end stuff, is just money on top. But to cover the expenses of this stuff, I don't know why people don't create YouTube content explaining that. Like, when do you actually scale? I can see your base, not your you don't need a starter store, but you get 250 listings a month. I can see running out of that pretty quickly, and never being stopped by that, because you can't sell enough and you can't list anymore. So if you sell 30 a month and you're stuck at the 10, 20, 30 a month, you're stuck at 250. So I can see this bump, but getting to this level, your sell-through rate needs to be pretty high to pay for the expenses, added expenses of listing. Because at 10,000 a month, that's 10 times my 200, so 2,000 a month, right? 2,000 a month, I'd want one of these programs, and we could do something like this to keep the cost down. Don't get me wrong, but it's still, so 40, basically $40 more, plus the 20 up here for either of these two. So it's 60 more a month. So yeah, I still need to make a lot more sales before consistently, I want to say at least 3 months in a row before I can get into that extra money, that extra $60 alone. That's a lot when you're selling $2-3, $2 cards. So, I mean, obviously I'll have the monthly hitters of some higher end stuff, but if I want to sell more of the boxes that are left over, like the score junk, the green 90 upper deck bullcrap, I could just drop them down $5 more and it'll sell. But right now it's not a big deal. So yeah, I was thinking about this morning. I was real gun ho to go ahead and get this going. I'm like, hold on a second, I can bust out 1,000 listings in a day, and I got nothing to do all freaking month. That's just not worth it. So since I'm in a different category from when I sell my other account, I'm gonna call eBay here after this is over and verify that the 1,000 listings is still up, that I cannot list any more for free. I'm pretty sure that's the way it works, without getting charged 30 cents an insertion fee. So I'm pretty sure that's the way it is. Again, I don't know how long that this promotion is going to last, where I can run up to 10,000. So they only keep this up for the month, right? Well, it ended July 1st. We don't know if that's coming back next month. So if I spend the 20 on this, or the 40 or whatever, start cranking them out, right? If this disappears at the end of this month, and then I got 9,000 listings. I got to just leave it as my unsold box. So I want to call them and verify that. But overall, okay. I've got too many cards, that's for sure. So I'm done buying until I get my scale done. Until I get my predictability, my numbers up. Yeah, I have to be done buying because there's no point if I'm not going to be able to sell more than 150 a month. So and I still got like 6 of my crappy quality YouTube videos already pre-shot sitting in private, and I can keep up with my PC. I'm starting to get into my PC videos, starting to do that. So I got enough content-wise there to hold me over for a while. Plus, I got a pretty large, not large money-wise, but large enough stuff to open them. Like I got mail day coming. I was going to do that here too. Not sure yet. Might do that tomorrow, since I put a video up today. Yeah, probably do that tomorrow or Thursday or something like that. So yeah, I mean that's yeah. I don't want to put money into something that's not produced. I want my singles to pay for the expenses, the monthly expenses of the store, or the program. If when I add that, I want those singles to be up over that price. It really needs to be double because it doesn't make it really worthwhile. You think about it, to buy singles just to pay to break even for every month. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I know if you're super excited about it, but I'm thinking like 2, 3, 5 years from now, not just this year or the next 6 months or 3 months. I need to have a better grasp of, because this is of these singles. Because this is way different. My other account, if I'm doing electronics, I buy it at a yard sale for $5, 10, $20, whatever. It sells for 40, 60, 80, 100 bucks. I'm always in good profit. Always. Where this is way different. Even though it's profitable, but you're talking about quarters adding up. You got, see, 60 cents for shipping, 50 cents for the sale, so you're $1.10, and then whatever you sell it for. So you need to sell it for $1.25 just to break even between fees and then your shipping supply. So you really need to be at $2, right, to make 50 cents. You need a lot of quarters to pay for these monthly subscriptions. So I think 200 a month listings. Do like, I don't know, about 7 a day. I mean, that's easy. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, it might be too much. It's come 6 months from now. But then again, if I'm listing better quality non-base crap, a little bit easier, $3 cards and above, my sell-through rate's going to go up too. So I'm going to start off with 10 a day. I think 10 a day. Five live, and then 5 in my draft bank, so I have a little bit of stuff built up. Then once I get my draft bank built up to a week, which would be 35 items, and then I can go to maybe 10 a day. But we'll just see how it goes. We'll try for this month at just 5 a day. So that means that today I'm going to spend. I did a lot of sorting last night. Sorted like, not sorted. Yeah, I did sort like 6,000 cards last night. Pulling them out of the card holders, pulling the sleeves off of them, separate them in sports. I even got to the player section. I'm just trying to separate all the sports, and because this collection wasn't separated, it was all just in card boxes thrown together. It was like 10 hours yesterday, getting a nice little rub on my finger, trying to get the cards out of the card sleeves. So I'm going to take a break for today on that. And what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and try to find like 50, 100 cards that I feel like are that $3 range. So basically, I'll just grab my basketball and football stuff. I've got some vintage baseball stuff, but I need to check on those. So I may keep some of those. I'm not sure what I'm going to keep out of this collection yet. As far as some stuff, I'm not. The Michael Jordan card I need to get sold. Those sell for like 300. I need to get that up for like 350. It looks like a 6 or a 7 grade. So it's not worth getting it graded. It's not going to pull a 10. So it wouldn't be worth the extra expense, the PSA or SEC, and the extra upcharge they charge. I think they charge a percentage or something once you hit like $100 or a certain amount of value. I can't remember, but it's not going to be worth that at a 6 or 7 grade. But they're all sell for $350, so I'll get that up since it is a new month. Get a nice little sale in. Try to find I think, let's see, 10 a day, 530, 300. Yeah, 300. And yeah, 10 a day is too, well, 5 lie, but yeah, be 150. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable start. We'll do that for, let's see, till, we'll do it for 2 or 3 months. Let's give it time to circulate and see if I don't want it to be like the first month I pick all the good stuff, and then my sell through drops. I'm going to give myself like 2 or 3 months of seeing if I can constantly pick some better stuff and get that up and get that going, and see if I can get a steady 2-3 months of, say, 50 cards sold. I think 3 months of 50 cards sold would be more ideal, just as far as the math goes. Yeah, I think 50 at $3 and above. I think that's the target. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 5 a day, and just do that for a couple months, and then we'll go from there. We'll come back next month. In the first week I'll do the month results regardless, and just continue doing those lives. But yeah, I think I need to run it at least, ideally, really 3 or 4 months. But we'll see what month 2 does. See if we're trending up, trending down, staying even. Might get stuck at 25, 30 cards a month only, not get to 50. So I kind of want to do that. Pittsburgh's been pumping out videos too. But yeah, I think it's just a smarter way to do this. That gives me a lot of time to sort stuff, get more organized, and get back to my other account and start dropping some $100 electronics and getting some more bank rolling for that account. The fun of having 2 accounts. So, but yeah, I think I covered everything I want to kind of address and keep you guys updated on, and the realness of it. Yeah, I think that covers it all. Like I said, I'll call eBay and verify the listings. They normally call me in like 2 minutes. I'll verify that, and then I'll just come back to this and add it to the description or first comment or something like that. Figure that part out. If I can do that, I'm not sure on lives, but I've never tried that, but I'll figure that out. And I'll let you guys know on that. So otherwise, we should have one rip a week, a mail day this week, one rip this week, and I want to say I've already got like 4 more, I think, ready to go. And that'll give me time to work on my PC videos too. So I think that's it. I appreciate y'all stopping in, and